So it looks like Mark Zuckerberg has struck again.
He certainly has.
The big news dominating every headline is that Meta is buying the Singapore-based startup Manus for a stunning $2 billion.
Yeah.
And what's so instructive here is just the sheer velocity. I mean, the company only launched this spring, went viral almost instantly with a really slick demo, and now a $2 billion exit.
And that speed is really the core of what we want to dig into for you. We're going to frame this whole thing around, say, 3 key areas.
Okay.
First, just that unbelievable financial velocity. Second, the deep strategic need this fills for Meta. And third, the significant geopolitical wrinkle raised by the company's origins.
All right, let's start with that speed element. The thing that made Manus the talk of Silicon Valley was that demo video, right?
That's what kicked it all off.
Their AI wasn't just another chatbot. It was shown doing these really high-level tasks like screening job candidates for cultural fit or, planning these complex multi-stop vacations and even analyzing stock portfolios. They were ambitious. They actually claimed it outperformed some of OpenAI's own research models.
And that buzz, it translated directly into some, well, frankly, jaw-dropping numbers. Just weeks after launching, Benchmark led a $75 million funding round.
Benchmark, the big VC firm.
The one and only. And that round immediately valued Manus at $500 million post-money.
Wow.
And even before that, they'd raised $10 million from huge names: Tencent, Zenfund, and HSG, which you might know as the former Sequoia China.
But it wasn't just hype. I think the real turning point was that they proved pretty quickly they weren't just a research lab. They were a business.
A real business.
Yeah, despite some really aggressive pricing, you had to pay like $39 or even $199 a month. Manus just announced they have millions of users.
And crucially, they crossed $100 million in annual recurring revenue.
ARR. And that ARR is the key metric, isn't it?
It's everything. For anyone unfamiliar, that's the gold standard. It's what separates a real functioning subscription business from just an experimental AI project.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying Meta, a company that's spending $60 billion on its own AI infrastructure, needed to spend $2 billion on an 8-month-old company just to get some revenue proof?
That's a great question.
Couldn't they just build that themselves?
It's the cost of speed and, validation. They paid exactly the valuation Manus was looking for in its next funding round. For Zuckerberg, who has staked Meta's entire future on AI, this deal just calms all that investor twitchiness.
The twitchiness over the $60 billion not yet making money.
Exactly. Manus is immediate proof of concept. It's product validation that works right now.
So this is less about an acqui-hire and more about buying a finished product that is demonstrably profitable.
Precisely. And the plan is to keep Manus running mostly independently, but also to start weaving its AI agents directly into Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.
Right alongside the existing Meta AI chatbot.
But that strategic payoff, it wasn't so simple. It actually came tangled up with a really uncomfortable political issue.
Okay, so this brings us to that geopolitical wrinkle.
Yeah. So Manus launched just 8 months ago, but its founders are Chinese, and they first established the parent company, Butterfly Effect, in Beijing back in 2022.
Before moving to Singapore more recently.
They officially moved the holding company to Singapore in mid-2025, yeah.
And that history got attention almost immediately. Bipartisan scrutiny. Senator John Cornyn, a Republican from Texas, even called out Benchmark on X.
What did he say?
He accused them of subsidizing our biggest adversary in AI and suggested the tech could be used to challenge the U.S. economically and militarily. It just shows how sensitive this all is in Washington right now.
Think about that for a second. An immediate $2 billion deal, and the first requirement is a surgical removal of every single Chinese tie.
A total cleanup.
A total cleanup. Meta told Nikkei Asia that after the deal, Manus will have no continuing ties to any Chinese investors, and specifically, it will shut down all of its services and operations in China.
So they're just cutting the cord completely.
Immediately. It's a non-negotiable cost of doing business at this level.
So let's just recap for you. What we've seen here is a $2 billion AI acquisition. It was driven by Meta's strategic need for a proven, revenue-generating product, but it was also complicated by these geopolitical concerns, which Meta handled by just cutting all ties to China.
Right. And that leaves you with a really important question to think about. Given the extreme length Meta went to, getting rid of Chinese investors, shutting down operations, what does that $2 billion price tag truly represent in today's AI ecosystem? Is that just the value of the technology? Or is it the technology plus the massive premium you have to pay for compliance and the immediate surgical removal of all geopolitical risk?